So, welcome to part 2 of Coffee with Ken, where we're introducing you to some of our coaches that are here for coach training.
Yes,
So, welcome.
good morning.
So glad to have y'all here today because there's no Coffee with Ken without y'all being here. But we're also so grateful to have our special guests here today, where we have Chris and Janaina Walls. And anyway, they're amazing here, coaches and part of this community. And so glad to have y'all here today. We have Ken Brown, CEO of Destiny Global, and I am Dr. April Brown, and I am coach and coach trainer here at Destiny Global and executive vice president of the coaching program, which is what we are doing this week, and that's why they're here from Florida. So thank y'all for being here today.
Glad to be here.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah, tell us a little bit about starting with Destiny Global and really kind of what brought y'all to Destiny Global and this training, this community.
Well, I actually have to give credit to my wife. She was actually, she was the one who actually had kind of found Destiny Global, or Danny Johnson, and through a friend of hers, who had gone to one of the events, had bought one of the books, and which was Danny's book, First Steps to Wealth. And so she brought it back as a thank you because we helped support her to go to the event. She started reading it and was very impactful. She said, you know what, we might want to take a look. We have to take a look.
To be there.
Right. So there was, this, I think it's 2015. Mm-hmm. So she encouraged me to go to the First Steps at that point in time, which I did and was thoroughly impacted. Came back that later on the next month to the Dynasty. Yep. I was impacted, and then we began to start implementing some of the things, and it really didn't fully get engaged until actually it was the kind of the pandemic when everything went virtual. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And so that was we were at a time in our life that the virtual event was very impactful. So we got connected, and then she came to her first event July of 2021, whatever Danny's last event. And it just, 2021.
April of 20 is when she retired.
Right.
Yeah,
and
April.
so that was her first live event, got to experience a lot of things that I experienced, and thoroughly just impacted. I think we've just kind of been going ever since and just really have bought into the community. And
our life was changed.
It has. It really has. And we made that
360.
Absolutely. We made that commitment, that 1-year commitment, and we have not looked back, and we actually are continuing. And then when the coaching program came about, she just really encouraged me to go and do it. And so I did that back in May of 2021, and it was a completely life-changing event for me. So
wow, so good.
That's kind of the short.
So good.
Short
and now
version.
we have our newest coach for Destiny Global, Janaina. So excited to see you continue to grow and progress yourself and come to that decision to become a coach for your family and for your community and for yourself.
Absolutely. Yes. You have been the inspiration behind my yes. And like you said, for selfish reasons, I'm doing this for me. But wow, the lives I would love to change. Yes.
So amazing.
This training and your passion has inspired me to go full force. So yes.
Wow.
I'm loving this experience, and I think everybody in this community should consider. Yes.
Wow.
Wow. Those are powerful words tonight. Thank you.
Powerful word. And we have ourselves seen that transformation. I did meet I met both of y'all at the April event, but very briefly, just an introduction. And but then I met Chris, like really got to know Chris from the coach training in that May, and he asked a lot of questions.
Yes,
and
he did.
And really spurred us on to like really look and make sure that we're serving our clients and our coaches very well. But yeah, and I saw just such a shift that happened in you that week, like literally a complete shift.
Yeah, because we men are the kind of minority in the group.
Yeah.
And so that my biggest question is, about far as in coaching men, because that's my heart desire is to coach men, and because it's such a needed in our society today, of men who have lost their identity. And so that was been my kind of one of my driving passions is to help men discover their identity of who they're created and what they're designed, and so that was a very powerful week for me of being able to answering those questions, and then coming back in that December, having those questions answered, and then coming back, I was really able to fully engaged and really dive in and hone in on those skill sets of coaching.
Yeah.
The biggest thing that I've personally seen is you really being teachable to learn other people's personalities and really like how to really know who's across the table from you as a client and with your family as well. Like that's the shift that I saw of really like understanding that better.
It did give me a greater
powerful
understanding, particularly of the gyms. And going in further in depth, and it really did. As far as in coming back, and I, you'll have to ask my wife, but I felt there was a definitely of a better way of in depth of communicating, both with my wife as well as our children, and those around us, both within our church and our work place, and so it gave me that extra skill set.
Yeah,
and we can see that. We can see it in your relationship with one another, which has been wonderful, right? It's been amazing.
And you've talked to Chris especially a lot about their business.
Well, they're in business together, and family owned and operated, and they've owned multiple businesses together because they've applied it. Even though they did take a hiatus, if you're wondering, from 2015 till 2020, it just took them. It's because we'll blame Chris because he's a slow learner in that. But coming back to it, when the timing is right, you'll step into it. And you both did that, and the results have been incredible in your life. Not only your income going up, but getting yourselves in financially good shape.
Yes.
Which wasn't the case for a period of your life, and just about to lose everything. And then look where you're at today, and just what you're doing and impacting other lives. And now you are the lender and not the borrower.
Right.
And you're leading other people, employing other people, and we're just thrilled with you guys. But what I saw in both of you, that's really grown to the next level is your desire to help other people. And that is been just a spark, not only in your place of work, but in your community, at your church. And we held one of our First Steps event in Pensacola at their church, which has not been done in the United States ever. It's been done overseas, but not here. And it was largely because of you two and what you had done in your watch parties. And just because you can't attend an event in person doesn't mean that you can't do it. And you guys exemplified that. You made watch parties fun and enjoyable for people, so much so that some of them still do. Yeah, you made it cool. So who do we get to thank for making watch parties cool? It's these two. And of course we have many people that have done that. Some of the people here at the Bays, and man, there's so many people that have actually done really good watch parties, but you guys set a tone and tempo that was pretty awesome for our clients.
And particularly, like, your heart was to make it like an event, and like making sure people felt welcome, and making sure it was like an event.
Lives. So we had to provide that.
Right.
We wouldn't do it any other way, because they will left that event missing out something, and that's why we keep coming back.
Right. Yeah. And even with the watch parties, when we weren't able to meet together, because it has meant so much to us and impactful, we wanted to try to, as much as possible in the environment that was going on at the time in our nation, around the world, to try to make that as much like a live event. And it was very helpful because we actually had some of the people within the community who have been in the live event who actually came down and helped us, support us.
So thank you for those in the community that did that.
have done
Amazing.
that. That's amazing.
Vernon and Janine, they were really impactful. Came to several of the events, and
they're amazing.
Yeah,
they are.
Yeah. Kaylee Paulson has been a tremendous. We actually connected, and she's been within the community for many years, and she's actually in our area, and we connected because of the watch parties, and actually she got more engaged. It was a tremendous.
Yeah, that's amazing. Just to make sure everybody knows what a watch party is that it's like, because we have virtual option as well now as in person, but y'all just each person gets their virtual ticket, and then y'all host at a place where everybody can come together and watch virtually together, and be together even though you can't be in person. The actual event, y'all do it together, and you invite your communities and your church and your business, and seeing that in a community that begins to change. And even in Pensacola, like doing it at your church, and the impact that had on your community and your church, with even an event, a tragedy that happened after the event, that y'all were able as a community to come together because of the training.
Well, that was one of the things for years we had talked about. This community is a very special community and very impactful, but we had always desired to say, if we can only have this type of community within our local community. And that was one of our heart's desires by doing, hey, here's an opportunity that we might be able to impact our community, to be able to create the same similar environment locally, because I know probably for many people, why that we keep coming back, every couple months, is because the fact you don't have that support. And so, it's been somewhat of a catalyst, within our community, that it's starting, and we've actually had our employees are coming, starting to come, and even people from our own church. So.
So we do have an event coming up.
Yes, we do.
First Steps to Success that y'all were talking about, your first event that you went to back in 2015, and then again when y'all started to plug in, and that, at first it was virtually, and then y'all came to that event in that April. It's First Steps to Success, where you get so many things that impact and change your life, of what they said completely change their life. And that is April 14th through 16th in Dallas, Texas. But they're giving you, like, if you want to have this in your community, that's an option to get virtual tickets and get either find a venue and find a place that y'all can all meet, or just if it's a few people meeting in your house, so that you can start this in your own community.
You can do it.
It's so powerful and impactful.
It is.
You don't, because it can be difficult, especially as a group, to pick up and all come to an event and travel.
Right.
But
particularly in this day and age.
Yeah.
It's a cost-effective way to be able to potentially impact your community.
Yeah. So whether you are coming in person or virtually, get your ticket to First Steps to Success. The information is below. We want to see you there. But we also, because they are both now coaches, as a couple, which I think is just so powerful.
It is.
Anyway, but you can get coached
by one of our coaches.
By one of our coaches, and these are two amazing coaches that have such a heart, as we said, to help people. And Chris has been coaching people in business and seeing great results with that. And we can't wait to see what Janaina has in her heart to help people who have really struggled and even suffered in their life with trauma and things that you want to help so many people with. And so you can get coached, and we have on our member center we
a
have all of the
directory you
coaches. We
can
have a
see
directory you can see, and they have their profiles.
best meets your needs. Yes.
Who meets your needs, and also becoming a coach, because as she said, like Janaina came from her words herself,
Yes.
that this is so powerful and impactful to for yourself, for your families, for your business, but also to be
Yes.
a coach. So
Absolutely.
so yeah, you can become a coach.
Mhm.
And so if you want more information for that, definitely put there's a link below for that as well, and we want to invite you to that as well. So thank y'all so much for being here. Y'all are just an amazing part of the community, and just for our life, and how y'all speak into our life and edify us, and have been such a part
It's true.
of our life and our
Thank you.
family. So we just really appreciate you guys and appreciate y'all being here. Just your hearts, and like, we just think we admire just what you do in your community and in your church, and your heart for your kids and your heart for your family, and we see how you're impacting, and we want you to know, don't ever doubt it, because
Well, thank you.
you're making impact.
Thank you. It's
Yeah.
an honor to be a part and do
Absolutely.
this journey together
Yes.
with people such as you guys and all the team.
Yes.
Thank y'all so much.
Thank you.
Thank y'all for being here, and
It's-
thanks for joining us.
Yes, and thank you all for coming.
Yeah.
This is a special time, and thank you for this 2 special episodes.
Mhm.
And can't wait to see you next time on Coffee with Ken. Have a great day.
Bye.